This is going to be my very first breakdown for Madden 26. Today we're going to be talking about the Jets offensive playbook. This is my favorite playbook in Madden 26, and the main reason why is going to be this formation right here that we're looking at. Gun, empty, ace, and the reason why I like this formation so much, if you look at it very closely, it's empty personnel, but it's not your normal empty personnel. We take a closer look at this. You have two tight ends on the line, and yes, you can block both of these guys. So basically, you could go empty personnel, and you could pretty much pick up any blitz in the game. I absolutely love this formation, and this is what our breakdown is going to be today. If you're new to the channel, man, I've always been a person that have been a very big fan of two tight end sets, ace off sets, something like this right here, ace slot. I've just always been a big fan of these. You're able to, block a tight end, have another tight end for the mismatch against man coverage, put it back out wide, create empty personnel, stuff like that. So when I don't even know if this is in Madden 25. I didn't really play the game a whole lot. I want to say it wasn't, but it's been in college football 25 and 26, and it's such a great formation, man. And I'm glad that I can bring this to you guys today. Now there will be some other things we talk about in this playbook as well. We'll dabble in a little bit of ace slot, and there's a ton of stuff we're talking about running the ball. Some really good stuff out of single back, win close, do close, deuce close, the I form, Y off close, pistol strong, not pistol strong, just strong close, and then pistol wing close. But we'll save all that for the end because a lot of that stuff is mainly running the ball. I want to get to the main stuff first, the dots and the main offense. So like I said, we are in the Jets playbook. There's two playbooks in the game that do have this formation empty ace. It's Jets, and then it's an alternate playbook called the shotgun playbook. I'm not the biggest fan of that playbook. If you guys want to check that out, you can. But we're going to be running this out of Jets. So there's really only two plays I run out of this playbook. The first play is going to be this play here to the far left. All go. I do a lot of hot routing. The reason why I kind of like that to make them, I like to make it the main pass plays because a lot of really good quick snap material out of it. And if we got to make adjustments, we'll make adjustments out of it. The rest of the plays, it doesn't really matter to me. It's all the same stuff at the end of the day. The only other play that I do run out of this is going to be this run play to the far left, jet quarterback zone. This is the first thing I think I'll show off in it just because it's really quick. We don't got a whole lot to talk about with it. It's pretty simple. The running back's going to motion over, and it's just a quarterback run. And it's really nice because you're an empty, so a lot of times, these guys are going to pass commit, and then if they do that, you got a quarterback with a little bit of speed. You can see hit this edge right here, and your quarterback's got a chance at some really big play opportunity. You can see the running back even kind of gets out of those. A really nice block. I don't usually spam this play a whole lot. I might only run it once or twice in the game, usually probably only once, and I usually save it for kind of like red zone situations. First and goal, I might come out, run the ball. Then second and goal, I might whip this out and run this play right here. So I don't usually run it a whole lot because I don't like plays that have like tells to them, like when he comes in motion. Obviously, there's other pass plays you can run out of it that have motions, but that's up to you. I'm not going to be talking about that. Now let's get to the main play we're going to be running. The play to the far left, all to go. The reason why, like I said, I like this play a whole lot is because the quick snap material. What I'll do is I'll come to the line. First thing I do is I'll streak RB, and I'll just snap this thing stock like this. A lot of times come out, it'll really tell me really quick what defense you're in. If you're in cover 4, Tampa 2, cover 3, we'll be able to tell really quickly just because of all the, the vert routes and stuff like that. And like I said, it's also a really good quick snap play, so I could really, kind of catch you off guard really fast. And a lot of times, you kind of look for that seam streak with Saquon or really whoever your running back is. So how I'm going to show you guys how I like to run this offense. I'm going to show you guys how to beat cover 3, how to beat cover 4, Tampa 2, shade up man, shade down man, cover 0, how to pick up blitzes and all that stuff. And that's the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to pick up some blitzes first. And the very first blitz we're going to talk about is out of the double mug. You guys have probably seen this before. Everybody loves them. Submit blitz, very easy blitz to pick up. Really all you got to do is block a tight end. Typically I like to block the tight end that's on the short side of the field. So let's say, for instance, it would be Y. Now, if you do, because really what I like to do is I like to, put a corner route out there because they're running mid blitz, so doing, cover 0, so your tight end's going to be manned up. But what I was going to say is if you're blocking the guy on the left and you notice that the guy on the right is the guy that's kind of running in for every time, then you can kind of just vice versa. Block the tight end on the right, put your tight end on the left on that corner route. Their user's probably also going to be trying to mug the line possibly, so what you got to do is you're going to have to hit LB, and then you're going to want to hit Y to untarget defender, and then you will just press wherever their user's at, and what that'll do is it'll tell your offensive line not to block that guy, and you have pretty much successfully picked up the blitz. In this situation, though, we are going to block the tight end on the left. Let's say that's the tight end on the short side. And then, like I said, that's pretty much just how you would pick up the blitz. Now, as for the route combos we're going to put out there, we're going to get to that when we talk about how to beat cover zero and stuff. I would just want to show you guys really quickly how to pick up, a lot of these blitzes and stuff. And it's going to be like that, like any formation where there's like some type of 5 down, 6 down lineman or something like that, like a 3-4 or 6-1, it's going to be that same thing. You'll block the tight end on that side where they are coming in from. So I'm not, just apply that to all that stuff. If you guys are struggling picking up any blitzes, let me know down in the comments. I'll just, try to see if I can help any of you guys out. Now we're going to talk about how we can break down some of these coverages, what our reads need to be, how our progression system needs to look against a lot of different defenses, like I talked about cover 3, cover 2, cover 4, all that good stuff. We're going to start out with cover 0 man first. Just because I feel like this is something you're going to see a lot, especially when you try to come out empty, and we're going to be able to tear this thing apart. So I feel like it's only right to have the come out in the mid blitz, because everybody loves their little mid blitz. So first things first is we're going to block the tight end on the left. We're going to make sure we pick this thing up, and what we're going to do is first thing we're going to do is we're going to corner out our tight end on that wide side, or like I said, if you got to do it to the short side, that's fine. Most safeties in the game, one-on-one, it's going to be barbecue chicken. Now, obviously, they're going to probably start trying to route commit to the outside, and that's when this is going to create, mismatches over the middle. Next thing is we're going to do, I don't want to keep this streak on the same side as the corner route, because I don't want him to try to maybe switch stick off that guy, go make a play right there. So what I like to do is I like to put the receiver on that side on a little drag route, something underneath over the middle, in case, like I said, they're trying to route him to the outside. Or what you could even do is you could put him on a return route. So return routes are really good against man coverage in this game. For this, though, I'm going to put him on a drag. Now, for your slot guy, which in this case is your running back, you can either put him on a drag as well, have the little underneath mesh going. This is kind of something I like to do a whole lot. Or we could actually streak this guy. Let's say if you know that if they're pressing out that mid blitz, and your running back's going to be able to get a step on this guy and go deep, go ahead and bomb him real fast. So a lot of times he will be left on a streak, and then the receiver on that side, I will probably put him on the little underneath drag, or maybe even we talked about a return route just to have those inside routes. Or we if it's shade up top man, a lot of times these 10-yard hitches, they work really, really well. Now, get shaded underneath, it's a little bit tougher. You're probably not going to want to throw that, but if they're shading underneath, that streak to your running back might go crazy, especially, like I said, if he's got some speed on him. So this is really good against some cover 0 man. Something else we could kind of do is we could, like I said, we could drag the running back, have him and that outside receiver on the right, both on a little mesh concept, and then the backside receiver, we could either leave him on the little 10-yard hitch route if it's shade up top man, or we could put him on a nice little post route. Always want to kind of stem it down a little bit just so he runs it a little bit faster. And then we have our deep route over the middle. But typically your tight end is probably always going to be kind of on this corner route against man, because if there's just one play where they don't route commit to the outside, I mean, it's pretty much barbecue chicken every time, unless they try to make a switch stick play. I'll snap it real quick just so you guys can get a good look at it. And as you can see, A just absolutely fries whoever is manned up on him. And look, I mean, even if your tight end's not good, I'm not going to lie, he is still going to fry him pretty much every time. So really good route combo for some cover 0. And then even if you want to, like, we could do it to where we actually have, the outside receiver. Let's say, for example, like, so with the Eagles have A.J. Brown, who is short out elite. So if they actually decide to press him, no safety help up top, it is a touchdown. So in this case, if you want to actually just, leave that receiver on the streak, you can. Now, don't put him on a manual streak like this. Just leave it. Hey, buddy, what are you? Go back. I was trying to say, just leave him on the normal stock streak in there, because it's going to run a lot better than the one you try to hot route to. Next, we're going to be talking about how to beat Tampa 2. Now, like I said, if you guys have any questions throughout this video, you guys can comment them down below at any point while you're watching this. But yes, next we're going to talk about how to beat Tampa 2. Now, typically when you're going against Tampa 2, two things these guys are either going to do. They're going to put their cloud flats at about, they're either going to first thing they might try to hard flat them. When I say hard flat them, that means both their outside corners are going to be playing really low, basically trying to play the flats, or they're going to have their cloud flats a little bit farther back, 15, 20 yards, trying to, kind of protect the sideline from corner routes, out routes, stuff like that. But something I really like to do against Tampa 2 is just simply kind of a quick snapper, just streak RB and, see if we could just bomb this thing right down the middle like this. You can see Jalen Hurts does not have the strongest arm. It's a little bit hard for him to kind of make this throw, but, if you're going to try to make this read to RB, if I respot the ball, for example, you would want, if I put this on the right hash, then you would want to do this on the left side, just because you can see you have more room to kind of run this. You can see it's got kind of screamed at right there. There kind of is a window to bomb this thing to RB. Like I said, it's just you gotta really put your arm into it. Hurts kind of lost that thing. In this situation, what I could do is I could just put it on Y instead and then do like a true full verse like this, because you know Bobby Wagner is not going to run all the way back there. You can see at some point he is gonna kind of stop. He did not stop right there. So in that situation, if that happens, what we could do is we could actually have Saquon with the underneath post, and it's, you know, in this sense, it's actually gonna be kind of like a clear out. As you can see, you can kind of throw it right there. Really, to Tampa 2, you really want to attack this middle of the field. There's going to be a huge opening, because a lot of times with their, I know Bobby Wagner's running all the way back on the middle read, but a lot of times that's their users. So you have if no one's running back there, right, like Y is either going to be wide open, or like I said, right there I have Saquon, or actually I could have threw it to Y there. I don't know what Bobby Wagner is doing, but he is just like, he's playing. I'm actually, this is interesting. He's doing something like different every time. Like, see, that time he played Y. I don't know what's going on there, but the middle of the field is where you want to attack it. So one, you could either streak Saquon right down the middle. A lot of times this is a touchdown because Bobby Wagner or whoever their middle linebacker is not running all the way back there. And like I said, if he is, then you streak the tight end Y, and then you have your running back come underneath on the little post route, stem him down a bit, and then you kind of have a high-low. You got the post route over top, and then you have the tight end underneath. So you're really just kind of, you know, making that read right there. And then, I mean, if they're hard flatting their corners, I don't actually have them on hard flats right now, but there is kind of this whole shot right here. I try to kind of hit it to AJ Brown. There's that whole, I like to call it a whole shot right here, where you can see right there, there's right between the cloud flat and the safety. So you're really just, you're a lot of times against Tampa 2, your eyes are, you're downfield a lot of times. You can see right here, we got this whole shot every time. Like if that safety's going to have play so heavy in the middle on the running back, then you know, you have that every time. So just straight up 4 verts works very well against this Tampa 2 with a nice little underneath from your tight end on the drag, just to have something short. So just this play right here is great against Tampa 2. Or like we said, streak Y, post right underneath with the running back. 2 really good plays for Tampa 2. Now, if you want to get spicy with it, something I really like to do is what we'll do is we're gonna kind of try to manipulate the cloud flats. So typically you want to do this probably to, I like running everything to the wide side. I like everything on the wide side, the short side be the short side. So in this instance, we're gonna try this to the left. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna smoke screen the very outside receiver. So in this situation, that's gonna be AJ Brown. He's gonna be kind of a decoy. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna streak Saquon, and then the tight end is going to be on a nice little corner route. Now, you might want to stem route him up a little bit, because you don't want to have this corner kind of manipulate you. And then as for the backside, that's up to you. You might go little backside post, streak the tight end so he's a clear out for the post. And really kind of how we're reading this thing right here is what AJ Brown's doing on the smoke screen is he is either going to pull this cloud flat down, and then you're pretty much going to have the corner out wide open, or he's going to drop back to the corner out and you're going to have the smoke screen wide open. Saquon's job is to pretty much take the safety out to play, or, you know, chance that he could be a bomb. But he's kind of just a decoy, as you can see right here. Corner's dropping all the way back. We're throwing underneath for AJ Brown. Movement's pretty good in this game, so you should be able to kind of get upfield, make a really nice play with your receiver, especially if he's got some good, you know, change of direction, some speed. And then you also, you know, you could always try to throw this backside post. Ace on the clear out. What do? We got Smitty. That was kind of a weird throw there by Jalen. I'm going to try it again. I'm actually going to have the post just kind of run normal this time. Washington's getting after it, aren't they? That is one thing I've kind of learned using the Eagles. Their offensive line is fucking horrible, man. It is, and it's weird because it's so good IRL, but you can see right there, Smitty over the middle. So those are kind of your 3 route combos for Tampa 2. Next, we are going to talk about how to attack cover 3. A lot of people in this game, man, they love their cover 3, especially stock cover 3 match right now is actually kind of really good in this game, just because defense is really good, and it seems like the pass rush also, like a 4-man pass rush is just really good in this game. So for any of you stock cover 3 match guys out there, I know you guys have been in love this year. But to beat match, by the way, a lot of mesh type of concepts, it's like man. So you could treat when you're going against match kind of like man. But against a stock little cover 3, something we could do is we could do a nice little flood concept. So for the left, we're going to do it to the left side. I love working to the wide side. We're going to corner out the tight end. Saquon's going to be on a nice little underneath. You can actually, I keep forgetting this game, you can actually put guys on flat routes. I think they also brought it back to college, they said, but I was doing zig routes before. But yes, you could do a flat route. Flat routes are officially back. I don't know why they try to take them away. And what the goal is, you're trying to manipulate that slot DB, that's basically the purple there. You want to make him decide, am I going to play down low on his flat route, or am I going to play up high on the corner route? Now, as for the backside, it's up to you. We can kind of do the thing we did before, streak the tight end right there, have the backside post, because what he's going to do is he's going to take the inside third out to play, have the poster underneath. Or you could do something a little bit more simpler. We could have him on a backside in route like this. Or actually what you could really do is put him on a zig route. Because tight ends you cannot put on flat routes, which is ass. But we can put him on a zig route, and then the receiver on that backside, we're going to put him on a comeback route. But you want to stem this bad boy up a little bit, okay? So a little something like this. You're just reading left to right. You're just reading the curl flats pretty much. So right here you can see we're going to be able to fit that corner right in there, and just, really simple flood concepts. And yeah, that's pretty much it, just a simple flood concept. So you could either, read the, I keep forgetting we can do flat routes, the high to low on the left, or you could do the high to low on the right. It's the same thing. If or the right, for example, right, if they bite down on the zig route for the tight end, you throw the comeback route. Or like I said, you could have the clear route for the tight end right there, and then try to fit in that little post route right there. Or you could always just try a little double mesh like this. So you could have maybe possible quick seam streak opportunity there for the tight end. Nice little double mesh over the middle, and then you still got your tight end on that corner route trying to get over top that curl flat. Now, one more adjustment I will show you guys out of this. I like to whip this bad boy out. Typically on fourth downs, third downs, must have it downs, because it's very easy route combo, and it's money every time it gets cover 3. So we're going to do this to the wide side, which is typically, probably where we also have our, kind of our trips side at. I guess you could call that a trips. So what we will do is we're going to put Mr. A.J. Brown, the outside receiver. He's going to be on an out route. Now, we're going to probably put it somewhere at the sticks. Let's say it's a 3rd and 10. So we'll put it about right there. Just stem it to wherever, you need to make sure you get a first down. And then our running back is actually going to be on a hitch. Same thing. You want it wherever your first down marker's at. So you're going to put it about right there. And then the tight end on that side, we're going to put him on a simple little zig route, because you want him to run in the flat. And then the backside, once again, we could kind of, it's cover 3, so we could do the kind of the comeback thing, and then the tight end on the zig. Or we could do what we did before, have him on the possible quick seam streak opportunity, and then have the post route run underneath it. Or you could even do a little in route, but I would do an in route and not a drag in this situation, because you want him to run that route a little bit slower, because you don't want him to get to the left part of the field very fast. So even a return route would be really good. And really your main read here, though, is this left. So how you're reading the left is, if the curl flat does not get all the way to the left to play the out route, you have a first down, because the outside third is going to have a very difficult time guarding that out route. Let's say he does sprint out to the out route, then he's either going to play high on the out route, or he's going to get down low and play the zig. And then you would be, really trying to throw this hitch. The zig is really not a route you're kind of throwing. It's more so something you're just using to try to pull the guy down. So you'll see, we actually are going to kind of throw the zig right here. We kind of actually could have threw the hitch, though. We're going to try just one more time real quick. I think I low-key like it a little better. I'm not going to lie. In my opinion, it's... Instead of putting the tight end on the zig, and this is how I do it in game. I don't know why I wanted to show you guys like that anyway. I actually like keeping the tight end on that crosser. Streak this tight end, and then as the clear route, and then have that receiver on the little zig. This is how I actually like running it. I don't even know why I try to show you guys like that. And you can see, boom, we got the hitch right there. Bobby Wagner's just a fucking animal, though. He just gets over there. But it's the same thing I talked about. If the curl flat goes out to the out route, then you have the hitch. If he plays the hitch, then you have the out route. And then if the backer, let's say he scrapes over, tries to go play the hitch, then you would throw the little crosser right there to the tight end. So we'll just, run real quick. He tries to get over there. Boom, we hit the crosser just like that. So that's really another way. You can also kind of apply that to cover 4 as well. That's kind of cover 3 and cover 4. So we're going to talk about cover 4 next. So really cover 4, I'm not going to lie, every route combo I've kind of showed you guys, especially a lot of the cover 3 route combos, you can kind of apply this to cover 4. I think the only thing I really would make sure you have against cover 4, probably make sure you really have some type of mesh. Mesh is really good against cover 4, so like, kind of route combo like this is really good. Have your mesh underneath it. As you can see, it really, the Eagles line is 79. We gotta wake up, dog. Yeah, the mesh underneath, though, really hurts quarters. As you can see, it's just, it absolutely bodies it. And then, you got the corner route. If the curl flat kind of comes down on the, I guess it wouldn't be a curl flat. I don't know what you would actually call it, but the whatever the goddamn purple would be kind of comes down, tries to play the the mesh, and then the quarter's going to try to play the corner route. It's going to be very difficult for him to play that. And if he does end up trying to play it right, remember, we do have this backside post route. I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of time here to throw it. As you can see, wow, he actually played that hella good. Yeah, the quarters quartered that, didn't they, buddy? So if the quarters are quartering that, then we could always go backside hitch. Probably not comeback, but we could probably do a little backside hitch like this. And you can see they played the hitch, so then you'll have the underneath there. Mesh, very good against cover 4. Really, any match in general. So if you really want to, you can kind of do the play that we talked about before, where it's just the, you know, kind of streak the slot guy. Just a simple little something like this, you know. It's almost like match, or it is match. It's like man, is what I meant to say. We kind of covered everything for the most part. We talked man, cover 3, cover 4, Tampa 2. I guess we could talk about shade underneath man if they go 4-man rush, a little something like this. Something that this is really good against if they're, you know, playing this streak right here to your running back. If they're shading down, it's going to absolutely nobody told, no, go back. Nobody told you to motion. This is going to be really good against that, just because the deep half safety is really going to actually kind of struggle to play this. Once again, if you just lead this bad boy to the inside big time, you do have it. Like I said, if you notice the safety's doing a great job getting over there on a running back, you can always just do it with the tight end like this. Especially if it's shade down, he's going to absolutely murder the guy. He didn't really get a whole lot of separation there, but it kind of worked. And then really we could just put our route combos based how they're shading. Let's say, you know, they're shading inside. We could do double zigs, for example. We could get nasty. We could do it with both the tight ends. Have your running back on a nice little miniature post like this. You know, if they're route committing inside, because then, when, you know, they're going to get killed to the outside like that. And then vice versa, we could kind of, you know, if they're route committing outside, we could kind of just snap it like this. You know, we got 2 already inside routes like that. And then it just, you know, barbecued chickens them. And then, like, yeah, if they got 2 safeties up top, we can kind of we'll smoke screen AJ. We'll have the tight end on the corner route. Don't want the running back getting in the way, so we're probably going to put him on a drag. Outside receiver on the right, probably put him on a little post. Do a little double mesh like this. Running back, we could even maybe put on a little return route, because you don't want the corner route and the street getting bumped into each other with the man. It's just always a really bad combo there, as you can see. Not the best though there by Jalen, but he, you know, he did get open. So that's pretty much for the empty ace. I think I kind of gave you guys a bunch of really good route combos. If you feel like we're missing anything here, you guys let me know, but I think we kind of covered everything there. So for the rest of the playbook, we're really just going to kind of touch up on the runs. There's not really too much to kind of talk about. I'm just going to give you guys my favorite runs. I will actually, you know, before we get to that, let's talk about the ace slot very briefly, because there is one pass play I like to do. I like to run at ace slot. Play to the far left. You guys have probably seen this before. Post. It's such an iconic play. When I do run it, I typically just run it very stock. Or if I don't run it stock, what I do is I'll put B, the guy on the corner route. I will put him on a little streak just so he can be a nice little clear out for the post route. I don't even know what the hell I even had the defense come out in, but I don't really make too many adjustments out of this play. The stock play like this is just very good. The angle route from the running back, it goes crazy. The post route also runs really good. You know, you got the tight end on a corner route who, you know, any type of man, we've kind of already discussed what's going to happen with that. So, really good play, just a quick snap. But now, like I said, let's go ahead and talk about the runs. It's not a crazy amount of runs I like, but the ones I do like do work very well. We'll start off with probably the I form Y off close, because this is usually what I come at, and there's about 2-3 runs I run out of this. The first one's going to be the play to the far right. Halfback zone toss, it's pretty simple. It's just a pitch. I don't actually have the right fullback in, so it's not going to probably look as good. Actually, Calcaterra threw a pretty good block. It's just a pitch. That's all it is. It works really well, though, especially when they have a lot of guys kind of jammed up in the middle. God forbid they run mid-blitz. It works really good. The other runs I like, I was going to say I like the halfback ISO out of it. It's the play to the far left. It's just a simple little ISO, but I noticed like the DNs they kind of come in crazy on it. I don't know what it is. I know it works really good right there. But if you notice, like, the edges, like, you're not going to be able to run a stretch. You're like, okay, there's no way I'm going to be able to run a toss or anything like that. Then you can check to that for the nice little inside run. Now, remember, the I form that we're in is the Y off close. It's not the other one. It's not the wing. It's the Y off close. I like this one better. And then the last one out of this is going to be the play in the middle right there. Just a simple little stretch. Just a good old reliable stretch, man. For any of you runners out there, you'll probably like this I form a whole lot. It's got the receivers kind of pinched in, you can see, which makes it kind of unique, which it leads to some better blocking. Now we'll head over to the strong close. There's about 2 plays I like out of this. It's going to be the play in the middle, halfback dive, and then the other is going to be a stretch. So I'm not going to touch on these too much. You guys can kind of see. A lot of times with this run too, if I run it to the right, I always end up going to the left. I just feel like there's so much cutback lane with this run. I don't know what it is, so just kind of keep that in mind. And the other play is going to be the halfback off tackle. It's basically a stretch. I don't like the toss out of this one. When I do run the toss, I like to go I form. This is actually the wrong play. I don't think it's that straight play. Okay, that was the wrong play. It's actually halfback stretch. Play to the far right. I was like, why is he doing that weird animation? Yeah, this is the one you want. I was like, what the hell? Because he does like that weird delayed handoff animation. You do not want that. You want the normal one, the quick one where he gets that thing out. Just gotta also hope your line blocks a little bit on it, but it's a pretty good one. I like the I form a lot over the strong, but if you want to switch it up, if you're like the I form's not having much success, then you could try this. The other one I do like a whole lot, we're going to go over to the single back deuce close. Probably got one of my favorite stretches in the game. This one's so good because you never know if you're running it to the left or to the right. So really, you're just running to the side where you have more leverage. In this case, I'm going to go to the right because there's less people on the right than the left. It's definitely probably one of my favorite runs in the whole playbook, just because you never really know where it's going. Yo, did you just see that? My tight end just got smoked, bro. Washington is godlike. Like, what the hell is this, man? They're literally godlike. But hold on, I gotta teach them a lesson real quick. I gotta get 6 right here. God damn it. Yeah, but this run right here, one of my favorites for sure. That's all I actually run out of the deuce close. The only other thing we run out of the single back, we're not gonna run the wing. It's actually gonna be the wing close. There's 2 runs I like out of this. It's not the wide zone. The wide zone has that weird handoff animation. It's going to be duo, and I think it's also going to be the dive out of it. Those are the 2 I like. The duo is kind of like the stretch in a way. It's pretty good. It's a lot quicker handoff. There's also some cutback ability out of this handoff, too. I know I definitely reversed the field, I think, a couple times with this run. I might actually try to do it right here. Kind of had a lane there, but yeah, I like that handoff a lot. Next, we'll look at the pistol. It's going to be pistol wing close. The 2 things I like out of this, I like the halfback stretch, and then I also like the halfback zone. It's your inside handoff. The stretch works really good. Another one where there's cutback ability out of it, but it's, you know, like I said, I'm not going to go into too depth with these runs, man. You know, they're run plays, okay? You look where you have leverage and you hand the ball off there. That's, you know, that's where it works. Last, we'll look at the ace slot. Ace slot's got the read option out of ace slot is like really good. I don't know what is the block. Like the actual just handoff part of it is just like hella good. I don't know what is the blocking is just like insane out of it. That was shitty run stick right there by me, but you can also keep the quarterback on it. I've definitely done it a ton. Had some really big gains. And then it's good too because we also run the post play out of this formation we talked about. So, you know, let's say you ran this, they expect to run out of it, then you call post out of it. So it's a good little bit of mind games you can play on them. There is also a little RPO in here, play to the far right, RPO alert bubble. It's not bad. It's only works good though when you're, you know, kind of catching them off guard with it, or if they're trying to user it, because the handoff portion of it's not the best. I know it, you know, kind of looks good right here, but it's usually not. Like, their user could easily blow it up. So if they made up the RPO, but once again, it's another good way to kind of keep them on their toes. And there you go, man. That is pretty much the Jets playbook. That is how I like to run it. Is there other stuff in here you guys might be interested in? Probably. You got trips tight end, bunch X nasty, bunch tight end, tight open. A lot of stuff you guys might like. I'm giving you the stuff I like. I like to run the ball. I like 2 tight end stuff, and they got 2 tight ends out of empty. So this is really why I'm in this playbook. If you want to see gameplay of this, you can check out the gameplay I posted today. You can check out the gameplay the day before that, and I think even the day before that as well. So you can check out my last 2 or 3 gameplays that I put out. I am running this offense, or you could even tap in with the stream. The link to that's down in the description. I try to stream over there as much as possible. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys have any questions, comment them down below. I'm not gonna hold back any information. But that is pretty much gonna do it for this video, though, boys. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, go ahead and drop a like. And if you would like to see more content like this, man, go ahead and drop a sub. If you are not subbed, it's literally free. And also, if you're a guy that plays college football, and if you're wondering, hey, can I run this on college football? Yes, in the exact way that I just broke this down, you can run this exactly how I just said on college football. It will work the exact same. Trust me. I think Georgia Tech is the playbook you're going to be looking for that has it. It's going to work great on there. Might even be better on there because you know how that game is. Well, that's it. I'm done talking, man. Till the next time, man. I'll see y'all boys in the next one.